rolling.
Recording? Live? We're at Self-Made. I'm here with Tristyn, and we're gonna hit back. Tristyn, tell them about yourself. Tell them, like, for people that don't know you yet, tell them what you do, you know.
So I've been training for like 3 years now. I'm into bodybuilding, but my main sport is football or soccer.
Yeah.
We're in America.
And he's good at it. He's really good at it.
Thank you. So I've just been in the LA. I'm gonna be in LA for a month, and today we're just here to train some back, just maybe do some deadlifts. You know.
We've met a few times, just hellos, just hellos and buys. But he's seen me training, I've seen him training. I'm like, damn man, like so. It was just getting the right opportunity to train together. So that's what we're gonna do today. What I want the people just to tell the people is the age you started. So what age did you start?
So I'm 16 now, and I started training when I was around 13. Past 2 years I've gotten into it more seriously, but yeah.
And how is because your physique is crazy developed for your age. So what has been, do you think, the difference between you starting at that age and the other people that might have started at that age and not seeing the same development that you've seen?
I think a lot of the research that I've done into dieting, into nutrition, and specific techniques, being able to learn from some of the top coaches like Chris Cormier and all these guys, they've taught me a lot, and those techniques, and it's doing my own personal research that a lot of people don't do. They just go into the gym. That's helped me a lot.
And what you just said about people just going to the gym, like I've told you guys many times, I started pretty much the same age, but maybe like a year after, and I didn't know what I was doing. And that went on for a long time. I didn't do research for years. I was just training at home, and I did make progress and built the foundations, but I didn't look anything like how he looks, because his physique is complete. You know, it's just he's just putting on mass now, like if that's what your goal is. You know, but it's complete. Back then, I was putting on muscle, I wasn't defined and all that stuff, you know, but it was a learning curve for me. But what he is testament to is that you can start at the beginning with the good information and make a hell of a lot more improvement with your physique at the early stage as opposed to later on. So, anyway, we're gonna smash it, man. We're gonna go hit back. When I do my deadlifts, so the first few sets, you know, high reps, warming up. Now, you know, I just have to go through the motions with these weights. So I'm gonna hit this, I'm gonna hit the next one, preparing for the 6, and then see where we go from there. Lean, but built as well. When I was his age, I was skinny and thought I had it because I was ripped as well, but you could actually see good development there, man. Nice. Deadlift is one of the king exercises, man. Utilizes so many muscle groups at the same time.
Sim, are you ever tempted to just jump up higher? You're like, I feel it.
Yeah.
I want to go right up.
Yeah, and I've done it, and it's been a big mistake.
It is.
It's been a big mistake every time I've done that. So I'm gonna I'll try and make sure I never do that again. Yeah, half the time it's like, do I go through the motions or should I just skip and get straight to it? And every time I've done that, it's not worked out well. You know, like you have to warm up, man. In an attempt to keep my grip strength and improve my grip strength, I try as much as I can to not use the chalk or the wrist straps. Well, I don't use the wrist straps at all with deadlifts. I try as much not to use the chalk when it comes to deadlifts up until I have to. Same thing with my belt and Yeah, same thing with my belt. I try it. I'll continue to. Oh, and also with my grip. You're gonna see me change my grip to this over under. That's when it gets heavy. So anything over this weight is when I'm gonna change to over under like that. However, I'm gonna still try and maintain double overhand grip even with the 5 plate. I just want to maintain that so that I can improve. So I'm not gonna do many reps on this. I'll probably just do 2. Really, with this set, I just want to feel it and then prepare for the next one. Always do compound movement first. So for example, if I'm doing shoulders, military presses first. Chest, bench presses first. And then on back day, deadlifts is first. However, some people don't do back deadlifts at all on back day. They do it on leg day. On leg day, I have 2. I do stiff leg deadlifts.
Yeah.
You know, so and that's with barbell, with dumbbells, etc.
Yeah.
What about you?
It depends on the day, but I like doing deadlifts on leg day for like usually stiff legs.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I'll do it on back day depending on it, but yeah.
Rugby. Yeah, I did all sports, but rugby was the only one that I was really like good at, that I kind of excelled at. But yeah, I did everything. I did 100 meters, 200 meters, long jump, all that. I played football, but yeah, rugby was what I actually excelled at because I was fast, like clearly doing 100 meters for my school and stuff. But yeah, and I had power, so I could take people down. You know, so yeah.
So these 2 are into rugby?
Oh yeah? Oh, awesome. Beautiful sport, love it. Love it. I don't really follow it, but I just remember how much I enjoyed it when I was doing it.
Yeah.
Wait for the shit to dry, otherwise the ball will be slipping. It'll do the opposite of what I need it for. Hey.
When I'm doing isolation movements, 12 to 15 or 10 to 15. But I really go more off of how it feels, like, you know, try to squeeze as much as possible.
Okay. About 14. Yeah. But so I just picked up a dumbbell one day and I was like, yo, this feels amazing. Do you know what it was? Like, I had one dumbbell and all I used to do is like curls, shoulder press, anything I could do with it, I did with it.
Yeah.
And then slowly started building up like different exercises, press ups, diamond press ups, dips. And I trained at home for like 6 years in total. But by the end of those 6 years, I had like almost a full gym in my bedroom. Wide grip chin up bar. I had preacher curl bench press, everything. All in my home. And so by the time I got to a gym, like I was looking developed like you are, and people were like, yo, where'd you train? You're looking good. I'm like, yo, I train at home. and getting into a gym was like a playground for me. I was like, oh my God, like I've been missing out. You know, and then I think after my first few sessions in the gym, that was it. I couldn't train at home again. It was like, there's too much going on here. There's a question for you. How have your friends taken to your involvement in like bodybuilding and building your physique?
Some of my friends are into it. Some of them work out. Yeah. A lot of questions about nutrition and stuff. Some of them it's like it's kind of a joke.
Yeah.
But you know.
Were there any friends that reacted negatively to it?
You know, couple people, but not a lot. Most of the people I've been around have been supportive. So
good. I remember with my friends, initially, you know, you don't really take it serious. It's like, you know, Sim does gym, cool. And then later on, they were like, whoa, nah, Sim really does. You know. But my friends have been like really supportive, which is really good, man. It's good to have, you know, supportive people around. So, yeah. A lot of people that, like, you know, following my channel will be of age where they could have someone your age as their children could be your age. And a question that some of them ask, and they've asked me, is they say my kid wants to get into training and bodybuilding. What age should they start? What are the implications, you know, of them starting at a young age? So you can tell them, you're doing it.
So, I mean, of course, there's this whole thing around like weightlifting, center growth and stuff. And for me, I mean, my family is not super tall in general, but so I automatically assume that. But I know people who started early, been completely fine with growth. Yeah, exactly.
I can be testament, guys. I can be testament to that. I used to be really short when I was younger, and I started that. But I'm 6'1", you know, and I started at pretty much the same age. So in that regard, it's had no effect on my height whatsoever, you know. So yeah. And
if you're lifting smart, I mean, a lot of people, especially my age, go into the gym and it's all about ego lifting, pushing a certain amount of weight, and you can get injured, which can affect obviously. If you're just doing like trying to squat 4 plates or something, and you're not able to, then you can get injured. So it's just really about being smart, and if you're able to and willing to do the research, then you can start at a young age.
When you're younger, biggest thing is ego, man. For me, we were all, and it's not ego in a how can I put it? In a negative way that you're thinking about it. It's just, you know, you're young, full of energy. You want to just see, what can I do? What can I do? How far can I take this? How much can I lift? But yes, it's very important to do it right and do it, you know, the correct way, so that you don't get injured, you know, and so that you don't mess yourself up in the long run. You want to do it for a long time. You want to make sure that your body's in the best condition. But yeah, I will say that when I was younger, damn, I wanted to just keep going, and it was just the excitement of getting stronger, because when you're younger, your strength is exponential. Almost every week, so, you know, so you just want to see where you can take it. So yeah, take his advice and be smart with it, for sure. Your physique is balanced. A lot of people, when they start, obviously, let's see if you know. What's the main exercise that everyone asks? What can you do?
Bench press.
Exactly.
Everybody wants more chest and arms. That's
exactly.
the two.
And as a kid, I don't blame them. That's all you think. I want to see how much I bench. You've clearly not done that. You've worked your whole body because your physique is balanced. What advice could you give to people in terms of building a balanced physique and starting legs early?
I think legs, once you build your legs, it's a good base for starting training all the other muscles. Legs takes a lot of. You have to think a lot about what you're doing and really put some knowledge into what you're training, how you're training it. When you're just pushing weight on your chest or your arms and stuff, your physique's not going to look good just by having a big upper body. And when you build your legs, other stuff will come. It's just making sure that it's all balanced.
100%. Trust me, like for those of you who already started and not incorporated your legs, watch the strength gains that you're going to get when you bring your legs in. Everything, like your legs, like squats, all those big exercises, train your central nervous system and will increase your performance overall. So make sure you get them involved. Exercises that you already know that have benefited your football in terms of like
a lot of the movements that we do, like squats and movements we do more explosively, squats and like even upper body movements, anything that builds like being able to brace yourself. Okay. So any bench press and being able to brace yourself, and when you're on the field, like pushing other people out the body.
Sure.
When you do heavy builds, so overall, But like when you isolate and fully squeeze the muscle, it's like
100%.
what creates the
100%.
details.
That's like when you asked me about the structure in terms of like the compounds first. Yeah, so get the big movements out of the way, but then really isolate and make sure that you're hitting every muscle. And the way that I've always said to you guys, to build a balanced physique, you have to make sure each workout hits every muscle. You know, and by that, we're making sure that we hit our lats, we hit our teres major. You need to know your anatomy. That's the other thing as well. Because if you don't know what you're working, then how are you gonna, perform effectively? When you started, how did you look?
Skinny.
Yeah.
Skinny.
Same.
I've sort of always had like a athletic build, but still skinny. Yeah.
What's been your biggest challenge in the fitness world?
Fitness, honestly, I mean, a lot of people want to get into the industry, but there's a lot of negativity, and you kind of just have to tune that out.
Right.
So, a lot of people.
Your social media growth is growing exponentially. So you're thrown in. So how have you dealt with that? Because you've been thrown in.
It's been different, yeah. It's been different. I mean, I had to adjust to it at first, but then once I got into it, I started to realize that if I just continued to do my thing, continue to train, and just loved what I did, then everything else would just come together. So you have to really love what you do.
Might not see, because they're filming today, is all of his brothers are fit as well. And we need to get them on camera so that you know this is a fit family in general. These guys, how has it been having all of you involved in the sport? Because that is amazing.
I mean, so it's hard to find people to work out with that have the same passion and commitment. So it's been really like a blessing to have brothers who are.
Yeah, we love training together. Everybody in the family just puts their 100% effort into it, and it's that brotherly competition, you know.
You started first, or was it all at the same time?
He started the strength training first for rugby, and then he really got into like the researching, the bodybuilding aspect of it, and then I tagged along.
One last heavy set, take it to the stack, finish off.
What happens if you want to go heavier than this, Sim? Do you ever put weights like on it?
When I used to train in Metroflex back home, we did kind of abuse the machines. And yeah, we'll put that in, I'll get a plate and I'll put the plate attached to it. Now the only downside to that is these wires and the machine is made to take the stack, not more. So it wasn't necessarily good for the machine. So you won't see me doing that in random gyms. But Metroflex was like our home, so,
You earned it.
So Sean, you have to add weights to the weight stack.
Awesome when someone's defined, because you can literally see everything moving. So you can see his lat as it comes up around there. See the teres major and minor here. The infraspinatus, I always say it. Up here, you can see everything. Session done. This session was, we did it in a way that you got to hear us speak, So all you guys that complain, oh, you talk too much, go watch another video. This video was about, finding out about Tristyn and what he does, because a lot of people are interested. And at his age, with not a lot of people that have built a physique as developed as his, he's got a lot to share. And I'm sure that you guys who have watched it, from the adults to the guys that are his age, have picked up information that you can either pass to your kids or pass to, like guys can pass to their friends. So, wicked, man. Before we go, what's your channel?
For YouTube, it's just Tristyn Lee. You can just search
Instagram?
that. And then Instagram, Tristyn Lee Official.
I'm gonna put his tags on the screen so you can go check him out. Peace.